What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Report, and today we're here to talk about Bungou Stray Dogs episode 27 or season 3 episode 2, whichever one you want to call it. So this is what we're gonna do. Again. We're gonna get the opening where we're not gonna get the real visuals to get me hyped for about another 2 episodes, maybe 3. It's fine, and again, I spoke on this last week, so I don't want to dive too far into it. I mean, the opening is okay. I mean, it's not my favorite Grand Rodeo song. They've definitely done better, but it just seems like they've been a little bit more chill as of late. Like, you know, like the track that they had with Baki, and I don't know, it's just not as hype as they used to be. It's not like Kuroko no Basket hype, but again, I love Grand Rodeo, so we're not here to bash the opening or anything. We're here to talk about the episode, and once again, season 3 still in the past. Dazai making CHUUYA do all the work, and I kind of felt like that was the type of relationship that they had. I mean, CHUUYA, seeing this younger CHUUYA and a less restricted CHUUYA and using his gravity ability, it just makes him that more badass and make me like the character that much more. I mean, this guy is sick with this ability. He's stopping bullets like Magneto, shooting them back at people. He's using it to launch himself around. He's using it as a shield, and this is just solidifying. And this is something that I brought up. I was like, CHUUYA over Dazai 100%. This is not an argument with me because, let's face it, Dazai's a beast. Dazai's a beast. We know that. He's a boss, but mostly it's because of the no longer human that he gets, you know, gets ahead in battle. I mean, if it came up to a straight up battle, I think CHUUYA would wreck Dazai 100%. You know, what Dazai comes in is he has a pure heart. Of course, he's a great detective, as we've seen in this episode. And of course, no longer human is always going to be a thing that pushes him through. But I don't know. When it comes to putting Dazai and CHUUYA, we got a little bit of war going right now. I'm on Team CHUUYA. That's my boy. I like everything about him. And he showed just how cool he is in this episode for making people bow down with the gravity ability. And again, using it as a shield. He's almost like Magneto, except he's using gravity or instead of magnetism. And that's really cool. And imagine if CHUUYA used his hands. I mean, he's working on a handicap for his opponents on purpose here. He doesn't even use his fists. He just uses his feet. I want to know why he does that. I hope we get that in this story. You know, why he just decides to fight with his legs just besides making it look that much cool. But we got several displays of CHUUYA going in his backstory, and I'm absolutely loving it. But what I'm shocked to see is we're seeing another side of Dazai here. We're seeing a more sadistic side of Dazai that we didn't know about. We heard hints about, but we're now actually seeing it. This definitely has to come from the after effects of losing Otosaku, who was a big influence with him. But when they were interrogating that guy, you know, and he was on the ground bleeding, and Dazai was like, you know, you want me to kill you, right? You want me to shoot you and use this gun? You know, just go ahead and say it. So when the guy said obliged, he just kept shooting and shooting and shooting. You saw a sadistic look on his face. CHUUYA actually had to stop him, and this is a completely different Dazai than we're used to seeing when we go years later in the one that we're seeing in the story to current. So he's definitely going through a dark period. It looks like we might get some of that too, so I want to dive into that because I know it had to be an ordeal for him to get over that and become the person that we know. Again, we know Dazai, he's a good dude, he has a pure heart, but sometimes even the nicest person can get to a dark point. I know I've experienced that myself when I lost of a friend, but it was pretty interesting to see Dazai lose control like that. So it was a pretty interesting thing to see as well in this episode. What we did dive into rather quickly was Rondo and his involvement in this story, and he is no doubt linked to Dasto. I mean, he looks just like the guy, so I'm pretty sure when Dasto shows up this season, Rando's going to be the reason for it. He might be the person that he's working for all along or something like that. But we also get the plot as well, because he was saying that it was someone who's affiliated with the guild who wants to destroy Port Mafia within, and this god of fire, this Arahabaki, I'm probably going to butcher that trying to say it. He wields this destructive power, and it seems to be hinting at Rashomon. I mean, I know you guys see that. You see the dark aura, you see them talking about the destructive power, the flames. You see kind of like a demon type of approach to it. So this could be a prelude to Akutagawa. That's why I'm thinking this is going. But why has he appeared as a former boss? That's the thing that's interesting. That's the thing that's a little bit more hearsay. However, thanks to Dazai's amazing detective skills, he found a hole in Rondo's story and found out like it was you all along, because you said that this destructive force, you know, destroyed everything around you. The only thing you could remember is the sea. Dazai was like, if you seen the sea, no matter how, like, what vantage point you were in, the only way you can see the sea is if you was there before it happened. So if you were right in the middle of a storm, there's no way that can happen. And there's reasons like this why Dazai is considered one of the greatest detectives. It's definitely his strength, exposing that Rondo was a person behind it all along. We still gotta get a little bit of why, but that seems to be, you know, the culprit of what's going on with this. Of course, that's gonna push the story along, as well as why he's done this, and also getting into CHUUYA and the sheep, you know, because he's loyal to this group of kids, you know, the sheep, and he's joined them to actually find out who this God of Flame is, this Arabaki, find out more about it. Things are definitely getting deeper there, but that's where it gets interesting, because in the midst of all this, of course, we have Rondo, whoever Rondo's working for, trying to find the God of Flame, and then CHUUYA comes out at the end and say, you know what, it was me. So him actually thinking that he caused this destructive force, we know that his ability can actually do that. We've seen how strong it can be if Dazai's not there to stop it. So the thing that seems a little bit convoluted right now is, again, maybe it's just me, like I'm seeing this as Rashomon. However, it could very well be CHUUYA's ability too, because it is red. I still want to know why it came up as the boss again. I'm just going to write off that maybe people are just saying it and that's what Rondo is using to get people along. But this was a very solid episode of Bungou Stray Dogs and solidifies why it's one of my favorite series. It's a very compelling series. I wish it had more hype. That's why I'm doing reviews on it over anything else, because everybody's talking about, you know, Demon Slayer or Fruits Basket. I want to talk about the things that should get more exposure, and I love Bungou Stray Dogs, so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, guys. The plot is definitely thickening, so let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you to indulge on this channel. As I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now. Just chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.